What really made my heart throb was the fact that he was not only was he handsome, but he had a spiritual focus.
It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a really busy few days, and I am so sorry because I was not online. Well, I was online, but I wasn't on my YouTube channel. I always say that like working away from my desk is way different than like working here and editing and making you content. Like that part takes me forever. But the Duggars had a lot that happened over the weekend, and I find it interesting that they would actually finally break their silence about the cancellation because they did it on July 3rd in the middle of a holiday weekend, knowing that it would not be widely seen and it wouldn't be as big of news had they responded during the week when it happened. I always think it's interesting that they always seem to pick like weekends, or they pick up, like Anna announced her pregnancy on a Friday night, which is like the news is closed. You're talking about, you're releasing your statement to the public on July 3rd on a holiday weekend when you know a lot of news outlets are not working, or it's just not that, you know, people aren't online checking for the news, so it's not going to be seen as widely. And you're not going to get as much criticism that way, in my opinion. But the Duggars actually broke their silence and released a statement about the show's cancellation. And I'll let you know what they said. And I'll also just say, like, this is a little bit strange to me, their response. And it kind of just sort of shows to me in a way that they are still kind of living in this world where they don't really understand the magnitude of what's going on. So on their Duggar website, this is what it says. A Duggar family statement on counting on. It says, family's response to TLC announcement to no longer filming counting on. It's hard to believe that more than 17 years have passed since we were first contacted by a production company wanting to do a 1-hour documentary about the logistics of raising 14 children. Our family has grown and grown up before our eyes and on national television, and the journey has been miraculous. Following God is an exciting adventure. Over the years, some of our most treasured moments have been those when we met children across the country who are alive today because of our testimony that children are a blessing, a special gift from God, and that the only real hope for individuals and families is a close relationship with Jesus Christ. Since we began filming so long ago, we've had the amazing honor to share our lives, our faith, and our story with you, including some of the most difficult and painful moments our family has ever faced. We are full of deep gratitude for the love shown to us and the prayers of so many who have sustained us both now and through the years. We look forward to all the new adventures and endeavors that may come our way, and with so many grown children and wonderful grandchildren, we know our love will continue to multiply. We are forever grateful for our film crew and so many others behind the scenes who have become more like family to us over the years. The wonderful experience that filming has provided us will be treasured always, and we look forward to discovering what's next for our family and sharing more with you along the way. So, you know, it's odd because they didn't really say like why they got canceled. It's just like, we're just, you know, it's great. But the part I thought was really sort of delusional here is that they say that they have children, they have like their work made children be born. Like they literally say, because of our show, there are millions of children, or there's all these kids around the country that we've met that are born because of our show. Because we said that children were a blessing, because we told people to have as many kids as possible, be fruitful and multiply. And because of what we've done, there's all these new kids in the world. That's like a massive, weird statement to me. Not like we brought people to Jesus, we shared our lives. We literally created children because of our show. I always wonder, like, what do they think is with all of these kids? Like, are they, the 19 kids that they have, can they say that they've done an amazing job? Do they really feel like they gave the children the attention that they needed? And this almost weird idea that, like, because of them, kids are born. Now, I'm sure they've heard that. And I have absolutely no doubt that people believed this stuff that the Duggars were spewing. I have no doubt that people bought into this idea. But this whole notion that like our like treasure is that all these kids are alive because of us. That's so bizarre to me. Now, they say that they've shared some of their most painful times as a family, but have they really? They really only touched on what happened with Josh very briefly, and beyond that, for the last 5 years, have ignored anything to do with anything related to Josh. I would say some of the painful things that have been in the last several years have been miscarriages. And they also lost Mary Duggar, whose funeral was exploited, in my opinion, by the Duggars for ratings. I still feel gross about that whole funeral, but that's my opinion. So they are teasing that there is new endeavors coming their way, and they are looking forward to new adventures. And here's my worry, you guys. TLC did not say they were canceled. They literally said we are no longer filming new seasons of Counting On. I'm worried that with that decision means there's going to be something else along the pike with the Duggars. I'm worried that because they didn't say, TLC's non-denial or TLC's cancellation was very nondescript. Like, the Duggars need privacy during this time, and we're no longer filming seasons of Counting On. My concern is that they're going to do what they did the last time. Once things settle down, they're going to reinvent the wheel and do another spin-off, and it'll be somebody else headlining it. Maybe it'll even be Kendra and Joe, because Kendra and Joe put out a statement that I thought was, again, weird, considering that the show is canceled and they're talking about new seasons. So the Duggars say we have new adventures coming up and we can't wait to see what happens next, right? And Kendra and Joe say this: with the recent announcement that this season of life with Counting On has come to a close, we want to express our love and gratitude to all of you who have shown us such kindness and support throughout the years. We've enjoyed sharing our story with you all, met so many amazing people, and made so many wonderful friends. We know that God guides our lives and cares for us every step of the way. And while this is the end of one stage of our journey, life continues with new seasons and new endeavors. Thank you for loving and supporting us. New seasons and new endeavors. And that sounds very similar to what the Duggars said, where they said, we look forward to new adventures and new endeavors that may come our way with so many grown children and wonderful grandchildren. So are they going to try to get a show either with TLC or with another network that will want to air them? Do you think there's a network that will want to air their family? Do you think somebody's going to want something to do with this given everything that we've known? Or do you think this is just them trying to save face and say, well, we can't wait to see what's next? They're trying to be positive. My only concern is the track record of TLC, knowing that they didn't say that they were canceled. They said we are no longer filming seasons of Counting On. They didn't say forever. And they also said the Duggars need time to handle this privately. So when everything is settled, does that mean they come back and they film more seasons, or do they rebrand it and it's Kendra and Joe Counting On? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's a lot of weird verbiage, and it's either that they're trying to save face, or they're using that Christian lingo where they say we walk through seasons of life. So there's this adage that every life has seasons, and every season has there's a season, there's a reason, there's a lifetime kind of thing. And so a lot of people within these worlds will say, this season of life. So it could just be this season, right? So there'll be a new season of life, not necessarily a new season of the show. It's just interesting that they said there will be new seasons and new endeavors. I just thought that was an odd choice of words. So the Duggars speak out, break their silence. They're saying, we made babies born. There's lots of babies born because of us. Thank you, Lord. And Joe and Kendra say, hey, there's new seasons, new endeavors. The Duggars say, our family is going to be great. Everything's going to be fine. We'll miss the film crew. We're so grateful for the experience. We had such great memories, but we also shared some of our darkest times, while completely ignoring the elephant in the room that is Josh Duggar and what happened. I hope for everyone's sake that TLC does not do what they did the last time and bring back the Duggars under a different name to fool the public. I really hope TLC is done and has learned their lesson. I'm just so worried that they haven't. I'm really worried that it'll come back under another name, or that a network like WeTV or Up Network or Up TV will pick them up under a different name, or that a streaming network will pick them up under a different name. There's a lot of ways that this could be done, and it worries me because they do have such a large public platform and people are interested in them. I'm worried that there will be a network that wants to pick this up and give them more airtime, and that's my concern, but I could be wrong. What are your thoughts about this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.